Do you want more web traffic and more web profit? I'm going to show you exactly how to do that today. It is the ultimate guide to profiting from your website, even if you're a newbie. So welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is MICK, and I'm here to help you get more website traffic and then show you how to convert that into profit. So subscribe now and you'll get a whole heap of videos that will show you exactly how to do that, including this one today. So this comes from a session I had yesterday with one of my students, and I mapped out a fairly detailed plan for him. There's actually 5 steps involved, and I thought, you know what, the Profit Copilot guys on YouTube and on the podcast and on the blog can also benefit from this too. And I'm actually using this to demonstrate that we repurpose everything we do in business. We document everything we do. So just like a good chef will do, we will not let anything go to waste. Everything we do has at least 2 purposes. So we squeeze as much juice from everything as we can. So I'm going to give you the 5 steps today. I'm going to walk you through every step. It's a fairly detailed plan. So I want you to open up your browser, follow along, take notes, actually implement this stuff, because when you do, you'll absolutely be in a much better position than where you are right now. I can almost guarantee that. I mean, okay, everybody's different and the number of variables involved are just like crazy. And I don't know what kind of motivation or discipline levels you've got, but generally speaking, if you implement this plan, you're going to do pretty well from it. And I'm going to give you everything for free. So you can apply this to any website in any niche. It really doesn't matter. And I want you to follow along. I want you to do really well with this stuff. So we're going to head over to the computer. I'm going to walk you through each step. But before we do that, let me tell you the 5 steps. That's really important, right? You need to know where we're headed. So the first one is to uncover some data. So this is about keywords. It's going to be about your competition. We're going to pay a lot of attention to your competition. We're going to reverse engineer the most successful people in your industry so we can emulate that success too. Then we're going to look at building an email list. This is really important, and I know a lot of people overlook it because they don't think it's important. I'm going to explain exactly why you need an email list, why that is going to be the main source of profit in your business. And then we're going to create a complete marketing plan, a content marketing plan for you to implement. I'm going to show you the best type of content to create and how to create it and what to do with it once you've created it. Then we're going to get some more traffic to your website. We're going to get backlinks. So we're thinking long term. So you climb through the SERPs, and not just any backlinks, not just junk backlinks. We need targeted, relevant backlinks that will absolutely benefit our website, because in terms of search engines, they can see that the linked content is relevant, and also in terms of visitors. So we're getting the right type of traffic who will be more inclined to do business with you, to opt into your email list, to become a fan and a customer. And then finally, step 5, we're going to look at additional ways to maximize your profit. So there's a lot to get through today. Let's head over to the computer and get started. Okay, so the niche that we're going with today is going to be beard oil. And that's not the same niche that my student is in. I want to keep that private, keep it a little bit separate to protect his interests. But this one is closely related, close enough for me to share some of the same type of research and some of the same sites that we've been looking at. So you get maximum benefit from that while protecting my students' interests as well. So the niche that we're looking at today is beard oil. So I want you to go to, this is step 1. So we're going to check the keywords and competition out there. We're going to reverse engineer things. So go to Ubersuggest by Neil Patel. And I want you to type in your niche. So this is best if you already have a website. I'm going to walk you through all the steps you need to do to improve that website, to get more traffic and monetize it properly. This is one of multiple ways to do it, but this is a really effective way if your website is fairly new. So go to Ubersuggest, type in your keyword. I'm going to type in beard oil for this one. And then we do the little capture thingy. Okay, now Google knows I'm not a bot, which is always useful when people and companies know you're a human. So here we can see that for this key phrase, beard oil, the search volume is pretty good. So we've got 49,500 searches a month in the US. The cost per click is $2.64. The SEO of that is difficult. That's okay, because we're thinking long term, we're playing the long game here. The paid ads is difficult. So as far as things goes, this is a very competitive niche, and thankfully I'm only really using it as an example. So if you are considering this niche, be prepared to work hard at it, but for demonstration purposes it's fine. So let's have a look at the keyword ideas. So beard oil growth, we might want to have a look at that one because it looks like it's slightly easier, less competition, also less search volume, so you know there's less money in that niche, but that's okay. So you might want to go through a few of these and find one that might be a little bit better for you. Also have a look at all keyword ideas. So we would investigate all of these potential keyword ideas, and then we would go to this tool, which is KWfinder, and then we would check again here, beard oil. So we're just going to verify that what Ubersuggest is giving us is fairly accurate. I don't think it's going to be spot on, but there you can see the search volume is amazing for beard oil. So we really want to be avoiding this particular niche, maybe drill down into something a little less competitive. And here on the right hand side of KWfinder, it tells us a score out of 100. So 37 out of 100, this is possible. So it tells us the keyword difficulty. So here it gives us some of the content that we can find on the SERPs for that key phrase, and we can dig around in here and drill down into something that is fairly high volume but low competition, so we can rank our websites for that key phrase. Now this technique is particularly good if you are creating content on a regular basis, because this will tell you what type of content to create, so you know that it will rank on the search engines and you will get at least a decent level of traffic for every piece of content you publish. So that is one method, again, of many. So once we've done that, we've checked things out in KWfinder. Let's go to Google Trends. We type in the key phrase. I'm sticking with beard oil because I think it's a good example to show you. I mean, it is fairly difficult to compete for beard oil, but hopefully you're learning the strategies that we need to know. So here we'll have a look at the last 12 months. We can see that it's dipping a little bit, but generally speaking, it's a fairly straight line. Okay, at the start of the year, November, it's higher than October. That's okay, because let's zoom out. So let's have a look at the last 90 days. There you can see that generally it's on an increase. Let's zoom out further to the last 12 months. So there you can, so let's zoom out to the last 5 years, and wow, look at that. You can see that year on year, this is a growing trend. The market is increasing, and it has these dips and these peaks, and that's okay, because generally speaking, from down here right the way over here, it's growing. Now let's zoom out even further. Let's go right back to 2004 and have a look at that. So since November 2012, we can see that it's beginning to increase and increase more and more every year. So in terms of competition, this is going to be difficult, but also in terms of search volume and demand for this type of product, this type of niche, it's going through the roof. It's going to be huge. And here we can actually see also which regions and sub-regions are most interested in this topic. Now that could play a role in advertising later on down the road, so we might want to target those people specifically in these regions where we know demand is high. So that is something to consider as you go forward, and this will also give us related topics and related queries. So here you can go down, drill even further if you want to inside this niche, get a whole heap of data, keyword ideas, content ideas, that kind of thing. So now we've verified that this is a good niche for us to get involved with. We need to find the competition, out there. So for this, what we're going to do is have a look at similar websites and see what type of content they're creating and producing, and also how they're monetizing it. And really what we want to find is where these websites are advertising, where they're putting their content and links to their content, so we can put ourselves wherever they are too. Okay, so for this, it's really easy. So beard oil, I want you to go to Google, type in your niche, and put in your key phrases and put blog on the end. And we're going to get a whole heap of blogs devoted to our topic. Now, in my Traffic Secrets course, I've got more ways that you can uncover relevant blogs, which will open the door for guest blogging and also forums for you to get involved with and get more traffic that way. For the purpose of this, I don't want to go too deep into that stuff because I'm conscious of the time, and I don't want you to have to sit through hours and hours of content on YouTube or on the podcast today. So when we find a couple of blogs, get as many as you can to analyze. Let's have a look at some of the leaders in this niche. So here straight away we get a pop-up. This is one of those annoying things that we have to agree, the privacy policy and all that. So the top banner here, we couldn't wait to share our upcoming launch details with you. Click here to see what products are next in line to release. So really we want to check that out. So let's get rid of that for a second. Let's have a look at what they're selling. So no surprise, they're selling beard shampoo and conditioner, I assume. So let's go back to the actual blog. Let's have a look at how these guys are doing things. These are Beard brand. So notice that this is really nice. Free shipping on orders over $38. So that's a really nice, non-intrusive advert there. I like that. So let's have a look at how they're doing things. So let's go to the blog. Okay, make sure we are actually on the blog. And notice here, get our top 10 beard tips. This is a lead magnet, and they're building an email list. Very important that you do that. So we might want to come back to that later on. If I were you, I would list out all the blogs in your niche or your competition. Have a look at what they're doing. Look at the sections on their blog. Look at the type of content that they're producing. How frequent are they producing content? And then once we've got an idea of what our competition is, we're going to go to a website called similarweb.com, if you can spell it right. So just wait for that to load up. And here at the top of the page, I want you to paste in the website that you're going to analyze. This is your competition that we just looked at a second ago. And this is going to bring us back the rank. It's going to tell us roughly how much traffic this website is getting. It's getting a fair amount of traffic. And then we can see that the visitors are coming from the United States, United Kingdom, Canada. This is the most profitable type of traffic to get. So we want to scroll down, and we can see that they are doing very well in the search engines. 60% of their traffic comes from search engines. So that's going to be SEO. So if we're analyzing this website, we want to pay close attention to how they're SEOing their website. Then we can see the referrals that they're getting. These are all places where they're either advertising or linking from. So it makes sense that we want to put ourselves in these places too. And top destination sites, Instagram, PayPal. So we can see people are leaving their website to go to Instagram, possibly to carry on that conversation and consume more of their content. So people are buying from them through PayPal. We can see that Shopify, YouTube seems to be quite a good source for these guys. And then we drill down into the actual organic keywords that these guys are using. And this is where we really begin to reverse engineer our competition. So we see how they're ranking, what they're ranking for, and it gives us more keyword ideas. Here we can see that they are paying for some adverts, and these are the phrases, key phrases that they're using in their adverts. So this is such a useful portion of SimilarWeb when it comes to reverse engineering your competition. And here you can see that 16% of their traffic is from social media. A big chunk of that, 83%, is from YouTube. So you might want to consider using YouTube if you're in this niche too. We can have a look at what they're doing on Facebook. That's very easy to find through searching on Facebook for the brand. Instagram, Reddit, Pinterest. So these are all great sources of traffic for this brand. So that means it will probably be a great source of traffic for us too if we emulate that brand. So we can drill down even further and get specific data on our audience. So we can see what other interests that audience is into. We can see the other websites that they visit. And if we go down here, we can also see similar websites. So we get even more data, and it brings back the global rank, the traffic levels, that kind of stuff, all that data that we've just seen. So here you can really drill down and do some really in-depth competitor analysis using this tool. That's similarweb.com. Now, another website that I'd like you to check out is called rank2traffic.com. So we can type in the domain name there, hit search, and there it will tell us the traffic levels. And again, it will uncover a whole heap of data that we can use and benefit from. And here again, it confirms that a lot of the traffic coming to this website is through the search engines. Again, it confirms that it's from most of the traffic is from the United States, UK, and Canada. We can drill down even further into this brand and uncover a whole heap of information. So it gives you revenue estimates. I don't think this is actually very accurate, but if you want to have a rough idea of how much a website is worth, let me tell you, I've had a website that was worth $2 million. I still have that website actually, and these things that try to put an estimate on websites are widely inaccurate. Let me tell you that, because it was coming back that one of my websites was worth about 150 grand when it wasn't. It was worth a lot more, and I actually had offers coming to me on a weekly basis, people wanting to buy that website, offering me 7 figures for that site. And that is a result because a similar website at the time actually sold for 200 million. So there was no way I was going to sell that website, which was in a similar niche, similar traffic levels. There was no way I was going to sell that for 2 million. So I know that these revenue estimators aren't very accurate. So take that info with a pinch of salt. But you can really drill down, get even more keyword ideas, have a look at the estimate position on the search engines. And listen, this is still just the beginning, okay? So we can use these websites. So that's rank2traffic.com. We can go to Social Blade. Let's have a look at what is happening there. So here we would type in the brand, the website that we're analyzing. And again, I encourage you to do this on multiple websites. Oops, I made a mistake there. So I've actually put in the domain name when I should have put in the YouTube username. But irrespective, look, we can check all these social channels for that brand. So because we're looking at Beard brand, let's select their YouTube channel and see what information we can get back. So here again, it gives us so much information about their YouTube channel. Look at this, all this data. This is pure gold. So we can do that for all their social media channels as well. I mean, this is just amazing. We can have detailed stats if we want to. Let me give you another website, okay? So one that you've probably heard of before, it's SEMrush or SEMrush, and it will give you some information for free. It will restrict some, so you need a paid account for some, and that's okay. Let me find the website address that we need, because if we do this and we use enough of these tools, we can uncover everything that we need to know. So as you can see, it's giving you a lot of information there You do have to log in to get it. You get 10 requests for free, and that's fine. That's going to allow us to do what we need to do. Let me give you another one. So it's spyfoo.com. Let's go there. Here you type in your competitor's website. So let's type that in, see what we get. And here you go. You're going to get even more data and information that you can use to reverse engineer your competition. Look at all this. I know I've spent a few minutes on this, but remember that research and getting a good idea of where things lay online in our niche, that is like half the battle already won. So that's why I'm spending a bit of time on this. So you would obviously choose similar keywords, put yourself wherever your competition is. You're going to emulate them to get similar results. Look at all this information from SpyFoo. It's just amazing. And here we have inbound links. So this is where people are linking to the website. So we might want to have a look at that website. Let's go through the cookie consent thing. And here we can see that if we were targeting this niche, we might want to get a link on this website. So 10 products to keep you guys' Movember beard in check. So this page is linking to the website that we're analyzing at the moment, which is the beard brand. So we know that this website is linking to them. So therefore we want to get ourselves on this website too. And you would do that through all the backlinks that you can uncover. So make sure that you are putting yourself where your competition is. Okay, so that's step one. Okay, I went on a bit there and I gave you loads of information that is absolutely going to help you. But let's move on to step two. And this is where I can't believe how much information I've got for you today. So we're going to build an email list. And for this, we're going to need a tool like Aweber, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit. I use Kartra at the moment, and I also use ActiveCampaign. They are probably the two best for my needs. If you are promoting just affiliate offers, it's got to be Aweber. That's the only one that will tolerate that kind of constant pitch. So if you want to deliver value to your audience, and that's what I would really recommend that you do. If you have a look at my emails, you'll know that the number of pitches compared to value, I mean, value is huge, right? I give value every single day, and then I pitch every now and then. So it's not massive. And that's the right balance for me. So you might want to just promote affiliate offers. And if you do, fair enough. I can't imagine a great level of success from that strategy, but hey, it's your business. You make the right decisions for you, right? So once you have an auto responder set up, so Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Kartra, whatever, then we need a funnel on the back end. So what happens is, let me show you this tool that I'm using is called Funnelytics, something like that, funnelytics.io. So let's say that this is a generic blog post, call it that. What happens is you have an opt-in form on your website. People complete your opt-in form, and then what happens is they are added to an email list. And this is the back end. So it's really where the profit comes in. We always profit on the back end. So here we have a desirable lead magnet to entice them to complete the form. The lead magnet has to promise a measurable result. So 7 unique ways to do X, or 1 amazing way to do Y. So you need to give something of huge value. You know, a few months ago I was chatting to someone, they said that email addresses, they are absolutely currency now, legitimate email addresses, and they're right. You know, I've taken that on board. That affected the way I thought about lead magnets, and now I tell all my students exactly the same thing. If you want to build a profitable business, you need a solid lead magnet to entice real email addresses so you can work people through the follow-up process, and that's where the profit comes from. So here you might have, let me show you, let me get something here. So here you might just want to promote affiliate offers, okay? So that someone opts into your email list after they complete the form, and then they start receiving emails. Now, some people will just start promoting like multiple affiliate offers day after day. But what I encourage you to do, let me delete that. So what we do is, let me find a different icon here. So day one, email one, day one. So we call that email one, let's say. Then let's duplicate that. Email 2, email 3, and we can do this for as many days as we like, so you can have as many emails as you want. So this is what a funnel might look like. So here on email 1, you want to give as much value as you can, actionable tips, okay? Or you can link them to another post or a piece of content that delivers value, and then makes a pitch afterwards. So you could follow like that every single day. So instead of going straight for the, let me remove this. So this, asking them to purchase straight away, that's bad. A good way to do it is put a piece of valuable content in the middle, like that. Excuse me, that was my phone. So that's how you want to do it. You want to make sure that every time you pitch, you have a piece of valuable content first. And that's how you profit. So that's why we build an email list. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. It's pretty easy, right? And when it comes to building an email list, let me go back to one of my competitions. So let's go back here. Okay, see this lead magnet? I'll get our top 10 beard tips. Okay, could be a good lead magnet. And here you can see that they've got it on the right hand side, so it's an opt-in form on the right hand side. They're not asking for a name, they're just asking for an email address. Now there's two schools of thought on this. So the first one is you can ask for somebody's name, and when you ask for the name, you can use a little tag, a little piece of code in your autoresponder. So you put their name inside the subject line and in the first line of the body of the email, and that will increase your open rates. Without a doubt, that will help you. I have tested that, but you will get more opt-ins if you don't have that name field. So here we can see that they're just asking for the email address, no name, and their conversion rate on this form is going to be higher as a result, but their open rate might be slightly lower. So it is up to you to decide which one is best for you. If you're not sure, test both and then compare the results of each. Everything we do has to be tested. So there's no one size fits all in this thing. Every audience is unique, even if it's in the same niche, even if it's at the same segment of the market. Your particular audience is not going to be exactly the same as anybody else's. And that's a really positive thing, because it means you can really steal a march on everybody else and squeeze more profit if you know what you're doing. And as a result of consuming this presentation today, you do know what to do. So that's where they're collecting email addresses. I would encourage you to test it. So we could put a scroll mat on there. So as soon as somebody hits the website, they're greeted with an offer to opt in to the email list. So you offer them the lead magnet straight away. Also, you could test an exit intent pop-up. So as soon as somebody goes to leave the window or leave the tab, then they get offered the lead magnet. So I would encourage you to test a few different methods. If you need a system to do this on a WordPress blog, then Thrive Themes offers you everything that you need to do that. I'll try and put links to stuff beneath this presentation so you can just go ahead and grab the stuff you need. I might even put affiliate links on the ones that I really like. Okay, so that's the funnel that we would use. I'd encourage you to do that. So remember, get rid of this. We absolutely don't want to just be pitching straight away. This is what we want to focus on. So deliver value before the pitch. So that is step 2. Let's get down into step 3. So I absolutely love content marketing. So here I'm going to show you a fairly detailed outline roadmap to content marketing. So for this, we're going to use BuzzSumo. So let's go to buzzsumo.com. We're going to type in the niche, which is beard oil. Let's see what it brings back. So we would go through each of these because this is the best content, the most popular content in this niche. As you can see, it's ranked through Facebook engagement. So this one has got 300,000 likes or comments or pieces of it, or some level of engagement, which was massive compared to all the others. So I would go through all the keywords that you've got in BuzzSumo, get some good ideas of the type of content that is popular, and then we would emulate that content as well. So we would fit right inside what the big guys are doing, and hopefully you can see how the strategy is falling together now, because if we create content that is similar to what we know works, and BuzzSumo tells us exactly what works, using the research phase, we know where to put that content to. So we are absolutely emulating what actually works on the internet, and we have the data to prove that we know what works. So we just not copy. I'm reluctant to use the word copy because I don't want you to, not that you would, but I don't want, those unethical guys out there like cloning websites and doing that kind of shady stuff. So for that reason, I use the word emulate or model. So that's where BuzzSumo comes in really handy. And also, if we hit the influencers tab, hit search for your key phrase there or your niche, here you're going to order these guys by, let's go, number of followers. And there you can see the biggest names in your niche. So you will want to be tweeting these guys. You want to be getting on their radar. If you can remember that the top guys in every niche are getting hammered every day with offers and pitches. So you might want to go for someone who is less recognized. So drill down a little bit, go deeper into the list and find those less well-known people, but still the ones that have got a fairly sizable audience and who seem receptive to promoting people who deliver value to this niche. So that's how you find the influencers. But again, when it comes to content marketing, this is just the beginning, because really we have 3 core columns in any marketing plan when it comes to content marketing. So the first column is blog posts, articles. The second column is podcasts, and the third column is video. Now you don't need all 3, but if you can do all 3, I would encourage you to do so. So choose one of those columns, writing, speaking, or appearing on video. Choose the one that you are most comfortable with, the one that helps you get the work done faster, and stick with that. So create one piece of content every single day for 90 days. This is a 90-day challenge. If you're not comfortable with 90 days, then dial it back to 60 days or 30 days. It doesn't really matter as long as you are producing content on a consistent basis every single day. And if you screw up, if you take a day off, start this challenge all over again. Make sure you go every single day without a break. And that, at the end of that, those 90 days, that will give you really useful data. So it's going to do two things. It's going to show you what's working, what the most popular content on your website is. Also, it's going to show you where you're getting that traffic from, the best traffic sources for you. So it's going to give you that data. But it's also going to help you shift into the mindset of a content creator. You might be thinking, well, I don't like creating content. It's a ball ache. I don't want to do it. I felt exactly the same way until I did a 90-day content creation challenge. By the end of the 90 days, I was so pumped and excited about it, I continued. I thought, I can do 100 days. I did 100 days. And then I thought, I can do 120 days. I did 120 days. By day 126, my mind was melting and I needed a break. So I took a break. But 2 days later, I came back at it. And that is how I can grow any website really fast, because I know exactly what type of content to create in every niche that I get involved with. And I know how to drive traffic to that. And if you go through my Profit Copilot videos, you will see exactly how I do it. And this is one of the ways I do it too. So there's nothing stopping you from doing this too. So create content, one piece of content every single day for 90 days. Have a look at what is working at the end. During that period, don't worry about the metrics. They'll just make you depressed because, listen, everybody starts from zero. You know, we all have to go from the same place and build that audience as we go. And okay, I've got an unfair advantage. I've been doing this for 20 years. So I can jump on a website, get the traffic it needs pretty quickly, and then move on to the next. So using BuzzSumo and the data that we've uncovered about the influencers, we can use that to network and open up the door for us so we can approach people for guest blogging opportunities. But more importantly, I'm actually going to give you a really solid strategy that you can use right now to drive traffic to your website. So it's called the roundup post. So you go through the list of these influencers, you approach every single one of them, say 10 or 20, and you ask each one to get involved with you. So you say, I'm working on a roundup post. If you use that word roundup post, they should know what that means. So you say, I'm working on a roundup post. I'm asking the top people in this industry for their opinion on a statement. And then you ask them a question. And you say, can you answer this one single question in 100 words or less? And then each influencer that gives you their answer in 100 words or less, compile these all together. And that is one piece of epic content. When it's published, you then email or DM the link to the influencers that you featured. Not all of them are going to do this, okay? But a portion of them will. They will promote that piece of content and they will drive large volumes of traffic to your website and it won't cost you a penny. That's a really solid strategy to help drive traffic to your website fast. But we don't stop there. What we do then is when we have that piece of content, that epic piece of content published, we take a line, a quote from each of the influencers that we've featured. And this is called micro content. So we can then distribute each piece of micro content across social media. Let me draw you a diagram. So here we are back in Funnelytics. So let's say that this is a blog post. Let's call it an epic blog post. What we would do then is, let me find this. So we would take a piece of micro content, turn it into an image or a quote or a video if we wanted to, and we would publish each one on Facebook, all linking back to that piece of epic content. So we could turn it into images. Let me find Instagram. So now things would look a bit like that, and we would, where's Twitter? Let's bring in Twitter into the mix as well. We can use Reddit if we want to. YouTube. So now we have all these satellite pieces of content, micro content, all linking in to that one piece of epic content. And this strategy that I've just given you, this content marketing strategy, is incredibly powerful. And we see influencers using exactly this strategy over and over and over again because it works so well. And you know what? The influencers that we approach for this piece of epic content, the roundup post, there is a high probability that they will continue to promote all these little pieces of satellite content over the next few months and years to come. So that's a steady supply of traffic. Okay, so in addition to that, because you're building an email list, you got to promote your piece of content to your email list as well. Every single time you publish, email your list. Get on my email list if you want to have a look at how I do it. I email pretty much every day. Sometimes I'll take the weekend off or Saturday or Sunday off. Usually you'll get 5 or 6 emails from me every single day, and every single one of them will deliver value to my audience. Okay, so sticking with funneletics, let's map out a traffic strategy. So I've already given you a content marketing strategy that you can use right now. So let's delve a little bit deeper into some extra traffic generation ideas using Facebook. So here let's pull in a blog post. So let's name that blog post. And what we're going to do here is boost on Facebook. So we're going to spend about $5 or $10 to boost that post. And the traffic is going to come from Facebook to that post. And what happens is people will then either, let me find the right thing. Well, they have the opportunity to opt into your form directly from your blog post and then carry on into your funnel. Most people will hit the back button or just carry on doing something else. So they might enjoy the content, they might share it, who knows, but we have to assume that most people will not opt into your form, and that's okay. So what we do then is we run a second ad, and this one is a custom audience. Why isn't it showing that so well? Let me stretch this out. Okay, so let's custom audience there, and then we advertise, show you the opt-in form or squeeze page just to this custom audience, the people who didn't opt in the first time. But because it's a custom audience, these people are familiar with your brand now, they know who you are, they've just visited your blog. So because it's a custom audience based on just the people who visited this page, it's a very cheap advert. It doesn't cost anything. And then these people should then, let me find the right icon, should then opt in. And that's how it will go that way. So there you offer the lead magnet to entice them to opt in to your funnel there. But it doesn't stop there. Here we create, make this even bigger. So here we create lookalike audience. So this is when we want to scale up. So we're targeting more people with this. So advertise that to them, to the lookalike audience, and get them to opt in that way. And that is a way to do effective lead gen on Facebook. So the first part is really about gathering data. We're not really focused too much on the conversion aspect at the moment. It's just about finding that right audience. So we boost the post. The people who visit here, your blog post, will be pixeled with the Facebook pixel. Then we advertise just to those people to opt in to get the lead magnet. And then we use that data to create a lookalike audience and then run ads specifically to those people, because we know that they are most likely the right type of people who will take the action that we want them to. Okay, so that's Facebook sorted out. But I said I'm going to show you how to get some backlinks. So let's go to Google. And we're in the beard oil niche. So because it's beards, we want to go to beard forums. And you'll go through this again in the Traffic Secrets training course. I've got little pieces of code that you put in to Google, and that will bring you back highly targeted forums that you can target for this strategy. So what you would do is you can either buy advertising on these forums, or you can join as a member. And then here we have a look at the signature file. So here's links in this guy's signature. So we would become a member of that forum, contribute, add value, and then get links through the signature on every single post. And that will count as a backlink to Google if it's a do follow link. Some forums allow do follow, some don't. But either way, it's still going to drive traffic to your website, targeted traffic. So I would get involved with the forums and the communities that you're involved with. Once you've got that epic piece of content that you created, because it's of massive value to your audience and it features people that they've probably encountered on their journey at some point, promoting that is going to be pretty easy to do. So I would absolutely do that, and then also use these forums to find other bloggers and people in your niche, become friends with them, get to know them, support them, and who knows, you might be able to get some guest posting opportunities as a way of hanging out with like-minded people in your niche. Okay, so that's step 4. Let's move on to the final step, monetizing things for you. So we're going to really maximize your profit, and we do that through the front end, through the back end. So we do that through the funnel that we've just created, based on the email marketing side of things. So we can promote Amazon products, which are physical products for the most part, and earn a 4% commission on every sale. Lots of people do that, it's fine. Or we can promote digital products and earn between a 50% commission and a 75% commission on every sale. If in doubt, if you don't know which one to choose, I would go with digital products because the commission is just enormous. However, your conversion rate is going to be lower. The good thing about Amazon is that although the commission is low, the conversions are higher because it's such a trusted brand. And also, if they don't buy that individual product that you promote, they're still cookied. So that means if they buy a TV or buy a book or whatever, no matter if it's through your specific affiliate link or not, it doesn't matter. You still get credit for that sale because they are cookied with your affiliate ID. So no matter what they buy, you earn a commission on. At least I think it's 30 days, 90 days. I can't remember. To be honest, I've never done really that well with Amazon. I think the maximum I've ever really made, I've never broken the 200 a day barrier with Amazon. And I know if you're a newbie starting out, you think, well, $200 a day sounds okay. But the amount of traffic I had to generate to get that was insane. It just really wasn't worth the effort, because when you shift over to digital products, and okay, the conversion rate's lower, but the earnings are, I don't want to really talk about income claims and all that when it comes to digital products. But I don't mind telling you, I've done 5 figures a day from digital products. So when you compare that to the 200, the maximum I've ever made is 200 from Amazon. You know, it's kind of a no-brainer, and that's why I encourage my students to consider promoting digital products, or even better, creating their own digital products. I've got a training course that teaches people how to make digital products that go from like $30 a sale right up to $10,000 a sale. And actually those high-ticket items are probably easier to make than the small little PDFs, you know. At the high end, there's a really simple strategy that all the big names, all the big gurus do when it comes to selling those high-ticket items. But anyway, where you are right now, let's say you've got your funnel sorted out, you're going to deliver value, but you need to make money. So I encourage you to go to ClickBank, have a look at the marketplace. I'm going to type in a few keywords. So let's think about the journey that our prospects go on. So in the case of beard oil, there's probably not going to be many products we can promote for that specific key phrase. Beard oil, nothing but beards. Let's have a look. So bearded dragon. Talking about reptiles today. So here we go. Dr. Testosterone. Now maybe someone's having trouble growing a beard. They need more testosterone. So that could be an option there. A product to promote people, to help them grow a beard. Also grooming. You know, people who care about their beards, care about their appearance. So grooming and a lot of dog stuff. Okay. Handsome factor. So men's appearance. Let's have a look at this one. So here, this is specifically for people who are interested in their appearance. All good stuff. So I would absolutely find products that are relevant to that niche, additional products, because I'm going to assume that you already have a website set up. You have got a loose idea of how to monetize it. Let's talk about some other monetization strategies. So we've got digital products. We've also got sponsored posts. Now, for me personally, I charge on one of my websites $125 to publish a sponsored post. I have tested my section of that market, and that is what it's willing to withstand. Very occasionally, someone will come along and offer me more, but that is very rare. And most of the time, people try and haggle me down from $125. The maximum I will drop it down to is around $100. But that varies from niche to niche. You're going to have to investigate the price of sponsored posts in your niche for yourself, because I can't say what that's going to be. I don't know what your niche is, and even if I did, you know, that's your lookout, isn't it? So another monetization strategy could be to run banner ads. I typically disagree with banner ads because you're going to need an awful lot of traffic in order to profit from those banner ads. They work generally in 2 ways. So the first way is CPM, and that is you get paid for every 1,000 page views, and you know the earnings aren't that great most of the time. The best one is Google AdSense. They're a bit strict. They do have the best payout, but it's going to take you a while to get any serious revenue from CPM or CPA ads. So that's cost per action, or cost per click, CPC. So every time someone clicks on an ad, you get paid that way. And prices again vary from niche to niche. So you'd have to investigate and probably do a great deal of testing to find the best performing keywords in your niche. I think the best way to generate revenue from your blog fast is with a funnel on the back end. So you can promote physical products, promote digital products. It's always best if you create your own products, because then you decide how much you earn for every sale. And that's what I do. If you're in any doubt of what works, have a look at what I do, have a look at how I do it. You know, with a lot of these gurus, they sell these methods and they tell you, oh, this works, that works, you know, but what are they actually doing? If you want to know what works, look at what people are doing, not what they're telling you to do. So have a look at what I'm doing, because I do drink my own Kool-Aid. Okay, what a plan, right? That's really in-depth stuff. If you've stuck with it this far and you're walking through the same process that I'm guiding you through now, congratulations, well done. You are in the minority of people who have what it takes and are willing to succeed. So congratulations, give yourself a pat on the back, because you're a rare find and you're exactly the type of person that is right for my stuff. So well done. Now, if you want extra traffic sources, I've got them for you as well. If you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic, you're going to get 3 extra traffic sources that you can use today that will drive traffic to your website for free. The methods I give you is free. Everything I give you is for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. And if you found this useful, hit the like button below. Subscribe to the channel too. Remember to hit that little notification bell when you subscribe now, because that will notify you when I upload another video, which is probably going to be on Monday. So thank you very much for checking this out. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you again on Monday. Have a good weekend. Take care.